Hi there. Today's presentation is a part of a larger series. You can find the other videos by clicking on my name below and to the left and searching for the Thought Vigilance playlist. I've found in my experience that it can be helpful to the practice of thought vigilance if I focus on one theme of thought or another for a period of time so that I can focus on undoing that particular belief in me once and for all. For myself, grievance thoughts were the most prevalent theme of thought which I was being pummeled with at the time in my life. I had just separated from my second wife when I started the practice, and I had so many thoughts to contend with that I had been unfairly treated. Grievance thoughts all fit the following template. If this circumstance in the external world were different, then I would be happy. I'm going to suggest that there is a part of each of us that knows this isn't how it works. We've all heard the old adage that happiness is sourced from within, and when I mention this to my clients, I always get nods of agreement from them. I often see, with the couples I work with, that the sometimes not so hidden agenda for both partners is to convince the other that they need to change for the relationship to work. I suggest to them that their perception of who their partner is what really needs to change, and that's something they have complete control over. If we are thinking that something someone else is doing is the cause for our unhappiness, then we're stuck, right? If this were the case, our potential for happiness would be at the mercy of their free will. There's not much a therapist could say if this were true besides, yeah, life pretty much sucks, huh? And since the purpose of this practice is to learn how to find and keep your own inner joy and peace regardless of your external circumstances, entertaining grievance thoughts feeds this belief that you're at the mercy of the whims of the external world. You have no control over them. A belief in your ability to choose your attitude for yourself, independent of the pressures of the external world, is the key to liberating yourself from the belief that you are at the mercy of external circumstances. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl said, "The last of the human freedoms is to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's way." Viktor Frankl was right, of course. He, by the way, was a psychologist who also survived the Holocaust, although he lost just about every member of his family to the concentration camps. Entertaining grievance thoughts will establish your negative attitude towards your life circumstance. Not entertaining them will eventually create a felt sense of self-empowerment. If you don't believe you have the power to find your peace and joy, what motivation do you have to even try? Tomorrow, I'm going to tackle judgment thoughts as we continue down the list of the types of thoughts you might want to give up. If you're finding these ideas helpful, it would mean a lot if you liked and subscribed. And if you want to chat or share your thoughts, leave a comment below. I do my best to respond to all of them. You can also find me on Substack at natekokernot and at my website, miraclereadiness.com. Thanks again for joining me here today.